You know, if you look around, it feels like almost everyone wears glasses or contacts these days. Well, guess what? That number is about to explode. We are staring down the barrel of a massive global health crisis that's been hiding in plain sight. It's called myopia, and it's not just an inconvenience, it's an epidemic.
So let's start with a number, 50%. That's the figure that should really grab your attention. A huge global study predicts that by the year 2050, half of the entire world's population will be nearsighted. We're not talking about a small increase, we're talking about almost 5 billion people. This is a tidal wave.
And this is the part that really matters. It's not just about needing glasses to see the board in school. This quote from that same study points out something much more serious. Of those 5 billion people, nearly 1 billion are on track to have high myopia. And that's where things get dangerous, elevating the risk for serious permanent vision loss. So we've got to understand what's actually happening to our eyes.
Right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. What is really going on here? Why is this happening on such a ridiculous scale? And why is it so much more than just blurry vision? It all comes down to the physical shape of the eye itself.
Okay, so what is myopia? The simple definition is that it's a focusing problem. Think of the retina at the back of your eye like a movie screen. In a healthy eye, light comes in and focuses perfectly on that screen, giving you a sharp image. But with myopia, that focus point falls short, landing in front of the screen. The result? Blurry distance vision.
So why does that focus point fall short? Well, for most people, it's because the eyeball itself is physically growing too long. It's elongating from front to back. This is what we call axial lengthening. It's like the eyeball is being stretched, and as it stretches, it pulls that movie screen, the retina, further and further back, away from where the light wants to focus.
And that stretching is exactly why this is so serious. You're physically stretching delicate tissues inside the eye. That strain dramatically increases the risk for some really scary stuff. We're talking about things like the retina detaching, glaucoma, cataracts, and myopic macular degeneration. And all of these can lead to vision loss that you can't get back. This is why just slowing down that stretching in kids is so important.
The good news is, we're not just sitting back and watching this happen. For years, eye doctors have been using some really clever treatments designed to hit the brakes on that eyeball elongation in kids. So let's take a look at what we've got in the toolbox.
This is data from a really important recent study. It shows what happens over a year with different approaches. See that line shooting upwards on the left? That's the control group, kids who just got regular glasses. Their myopia got a lot worse. But now look at the other lines. Those represent kids who are getting active treatment. Big difference, right?
Let's just simplify that because it tells a really clear story. On the left, you have standard glasses, which you can see do absolutely nothing to slow things down. In the middle, you have low-dose atropine eye drops, which help a fair bit. But look at the bar on the right. Combined therapy, using a couple of different strategies together, is the clear winner. It had the least progression by far. The takeaway is simple. Being proactive works.
So what are these treatments? Well, they generally fall into 3 buckets. You've got daily low-dose atropine drops. Then there's Ortho-K, which are basically special hard contacts you wear overnight that reshape the eye. And finally, you have specialty glasses and soft contact lenses. As you can see, they're pretty effective, capable of cutting that progression by up to 60%.
But what happens when a kid doesn't respond to these? Or what if their vision is just getting worse at an alarming rate? Well, there's a fascinating new piece of tech emerging from research, and its approach is totally different.
It's called Repeated Low-Level Red Light Therapy, or RLRL for short. It's a device that kids use at home. They look into it for a few minutes, twice a day, and it shines a very specific wavelength of red light into their eyes. Sounds a little sci-fi, I know, but the results so far have been pretty remarkable.
And here's the key. As this optometrist points out, this therapy seems to be a real game changer for those really tough cases. For kids where other treatments just aren't cutting it, RLRL is showing an incredible ability to finally slam on the brakes.
But like with any brand new tech, we have to look at both sides of the coin. The promise here is, frankly, it's astounding. Some studies have shown RLRL can actually cause axial shortening, meaning it can slightly reverse the elongation. That's huge. The caution, however, is that we still need more data on long-term safety, and as of now, it's not yet cleared by the FDA in the United States.
Okay, so we've got this looming epidemic on one side and this growing arsenal of treatments on the other. What's the bottom line? How do you navigate all of this? Let's try to wrap it all up.
This is basically your cheat sheet.
For most kids, the first line of defense is going to be those established treatments. The drops, the special lenses, they have a solid track record. For the kids who are progressing quickly or not responding, RLRL is this powerful new option to look at where it's available. And you know what? We can't forget the easiest strategy of all. Get outside and take breaks from staring at screens. That's a foundation that works for every single kid.
At the end of the day, we have to stop thinking of myopia as something that just happens. It's not a passive condition anymore. It's a progressive disease that we can and should manage proactively. In a world that demands more and more from our eyes every single day, the real question is, how are we going to protect our vision, not just for today, but for the future?